Hello, my name is Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here is your daily technical analysis of foreign exchange markets. Euro dollar. A bullish closing long white Marobozo and bullish engulfing pattern yesterday, if only just on the latter. This was after the previous session's unusual key reversal down that was also an indecisive spinning top. However, the most notable feature was how it was a close back up and over the purple lower time, currently 107.22 of the late June to very early August bullish Andrews pitchfork. Prices once again did not venture down to the bright red, slowly declining head and shoulders neckline extension of the July 2017 to November 2018 move, and that's currently at 109.98, avoiding it for a third session and utilizing it for a break higher and a possible repair to the breached purple bullish Andrews pitchfork. I've also drawn what I consider to be a tentative late August to date descending wedge pattern, currently 109.88 to 111.25. We'll see how this develops, especially the upper trend line. Now so far today, a further move higher. Today's action is basing itself on the breached purple lower time. Cable, aka sterling against the US dollar. An immediate countering bullish engulfing pattern yesterday, if only just. This after the previous session's bearish engulfing pattern and outside day. Prices ran up to just short of the next congestion, the December 2020 low at 131.33, as well as the July 2023 high at 131.43. Whilst below, the market was approximately based upon the July high of at 130.44. Now overall, prices are in between the overhead dark blue middle time, currently at 132.33, and the dark blue lower time below, currently 129.52, of the bullish Andrews pitchfork for the late June to early August move. I've been asking the following question over the last few sessions here. Has the move over the last few weeks developed into a bullish halfway hesitation or a double top? I don't think we have an answer yet, but we are closer to one, and it had been veering towards being a small double top, even Adam type, possibly on the edge of being a horn top. We just need that confirmation one way or another. Now so far today, a small move higher, pushing up through the congestion at 131.33 and 131.44, but not really establishing itself over it, or being rejected by it either. Euro sterling. An indecisive spinning top yesterday, but there's also day 2 in a 2-day meeting lines pattern. This type, traditionally seen as bearish, we'll see how it is actually this time. Now this followed the previous session's immediate countering bullish harami and outside day. Prices are still within, if barely, the broken, possibly repaired recent August-based descending wedge pattern, and that's currently 83.90 to 84.38. The base of the slow, gradual recent move up is the congestion at 84.05 dating from August 2022, with further congestion below from the same time period at 83.86, which was responsible for July's low 83.81. Meanwhile overhead, beyond the upper trend line of the descending wedge pattern, we have the April 2021 low at 84.70 and the flatlining green short medium moving average currently 84.64. We are seemingly trapped right now within this large June to July sticky congestion zone between roughly the April 2021 low above us at 84.70 all the way down to the 2024 low in July at 83.81. This zone is not specifically defined, so if prices do move, well, you may find some places with little or no support or resistance and others with a lot. So far today, a reactionary move back down today with what looked like a hammer pattern right now. US dollar against the Japanese yen. A reactionary bearish black crow verging towards a bearish closing black Mariposa, or even a shooting star pattern type after the previous session's interesting hammer pattern that bordered on being a dragonfly doji pattern. Prices have established themselves below the dark blue lower time, currently at 143.93, of the December 2023 to early August 2024 bullish Andrews pitch hook. And unless something unusual will happen, then I will retire it next time. More importantly, prices dipped down to close right on the bright red lower time, currently at 141.83, of the shallower bullish shift pitch hawk for the same move as the bullish Andrews pitch hawk. This after the previous session interestingly pierced but did not close under it. If prices do pressure the downside again, then this recent move lower could be on the way to forming what I consider the answer to a big picture question: whether the action since the high in July to date is a bearish halfway hesitation or not. One day on its own, such as we saw this past Wednesday, does not make a big move, but with a new recent low for 2024 and a close on the bright red lower time, well, it certainly brings it to the fore. Thus, as I said earlier this week, I'd better give at least a potential now, if not a target below, for such a pattern. This would be down in the 131 even zone, possibly as far as the 129 even zone. Yes, that far down. But right now it is still just a potential. Please just bear in mind, as I also said earlier this week, that last week was a weekly key reversal down, and this should not be ignored. Now, so far today, a move straight down from the open, down through the bright red lower time and the August 2024 low at 141.66, and even through the lesser 38.2% Fibonacci line, the January 2023 to July 2024 move at 140.48. That helped create the low back in 140.24 in December 2023 before we saw a small pullback higher, but it's not much of a pullback higher. This most certainly now revitalized the idea of a new, larger, bearish halfway hesitation move. US dollar against the CNH, the offshore Chinese yuan. A second bearish black crow yesterday after the previous session's immediate countering bearish harami and outside day. That was also a possible hammer pattern. This was continuation of the previous session's move lower, though with a better close, though prices only dropped down to halt at the lesser Fibonacci line at 711.61. Hence, we still had another clear close up and out of the dark blue August to date bear channel, and that's currently 702.56 to 709.57, though not an attempt to exploit the move higher, at least out of the late August to early September based horn bottom. Further up, we have the recent lesser Fibonacci line at 716.22, and then obviously the 50% Fibonacci line at 719.06. So far today, a seemingly strong continuation push lower all the way down to just under the breached dark blue upper trend line, but while piercing it again with not really sustained or stabilized below it. US dollar against the Mexican peso. A bearish long black Mariposa and second bearish black crow yesterday, following on low from the previous session's counter to the counter, combined key reversal down and bearish engulfing pattern. Prices were capped by the bright red middle time, currently at 1987.76 of the mid-May to mid-July bullish shift pitch hawk, powering down through and closing below the April 2022 low at 1971.68 and the 2021 low at 1953.63, though halting ahead of the congestion at 1940.68. Further below, we have support at a small congestion band, which is 1915.03 to 1920.38. Containing the 50% Fibonacci line November 2020 to April 2024 move at 1920.38 and the March 2020 low at 1915.03. Now, to my mind, there is still a question outstanding as to whether the mid-July today action is a bullish halfway hesitation or a double top. Recently, I've been more sided to the idea of a bullish halfway hesitation, but with the supports from the dark blue lower time and the bright red middle time seemingly giving way, the idea has now turned more towards a possible double top, and if anything, an Adam and Eve type as well. Now, so far today, a higher open just under the support turned resistance at the 2021 low before a tentative attempt lower, Though right now we have not really, we're just about to, we're just pushing below yesterday's low. The next support is down at 1940.68. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.